and welcome to another dose of virtual vitamin Z. This is DZS News for the week of September 13th, 2021. I'm your co-host, Stephen.
And I'm your co-host, Claire. As always, we will start with some Detroit Zoological Society updates. One that you've probably seen because it was picked up on several other news stations, as well as emails out to our members, our volunteers, and a number of other important individuals in our community. We have named the next director of the Detroit Zoological Society, Dr. Haley Murphy. We're very excited to have her join the Detroit Zoological Society family. She'll be starting in early November and has more than 30 years of experience, extensive involvement with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. She is a licensed veterinarian, amongst many other really incredible accomplishments. So we are very excited to have her join our team and get to know her. One thing that I was really interested in, Stephen, when I was reading through some of the information, is that she's been really involved in the Great Ape Heart Project. In fact, she's the director of it, which has brought us, it's over a decade worth of study and research that's really helping us to investigate, diagnose, and treat heart disease in great apes, not just the ones who live in our care here in zoological societies, but also they're learning about it for the great apes who live in the wild, which I think is just so incredible.
Yeah, that was really cool. I saw that as well, and it definitely stood out. And of course, it's in a way, it's bittersweet to see Ron Kagan moving on, because just the incredible impact that he has had on the organization. But at the same time, it's very exciting to realize that we are on the cusp of a new transition and somebody will be coming in to do even more great work. So welcome.
Agreed. After 28 fantastic years, Ron is deserving of that retirement. I hope he gets to enjoy every single day of it. Thank you again, Ron, and welcome, Dr. Haley Murphy.
Next up, we have some exciting news. An upcoming event in October. Zubu is back. Zubu will be the middle 3 weekends in October from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you can check out our website, DetroitZoo.org, to find tickets. This is going to be a really fun event. It'll be a little bit different from how it has been in past years, just because of how things currently are right now. But that's not to say that it won't be equally fun and amazing, just in a different way. There will be handouts, there will be decorations and things like that. And of course, the fall is a really great time to visit the Detroit Zoo regardless. You'll be able to see the leaves changing colors. It'll be a little bit cooler, so some of the animals who might not be as active in the summertime will be more active in the fall. Just definitely worth checking out with yourself, your family, friends, all of that.
So, Stephen, I'm really excited that the event's going to be in the afternoons again this year. We tried it a few years ago, and it worked out really well, because if you're coming with your family, you can still see some of the animal because it's still light out, it's still afternoon. Whereas in the past, when it was in the evenings, it was very difficult to see any of the animals. So I really am excited to have it back in the afternoons.
Yeah, that is great. I think that being able to see the animals like that is lots of fun. So totally worth it.
We have a new blog post up. And again, if you're not familiar with our blog, it is an incredible wealth of information. It's available on DetroitZoo.org. If you scroll down to the bottom of that page, it's on the bottom right-hand corner. We have blog posts dating back for multiple years, written by experts that we all work with. And actually, I think we've got a couple blog posts in there here and there too, Stephen. But this one is featuring amphibian breeding season, which many of you may be familiar is typically in the spring. It really depends on the type of amphibian, but Mark, who is our supervisor over in the National Amphibian Conservation Center, has really kind of highlighted some of the lengths that the amphibian team go through to help some of these species reproduce, especially some critically endangered species that otherwise, without the intervention of humans helping them out, might not be on the planet anymore. So it's really worth the read. They talk about Wyoming toads, they talk about striped newts, Puerto Rican crested toads. Again, these really critically endangered species that they've worked incredibly hard and had great success in the reproduction, to the point where they actually ship some of the young ones out to go back into their native habitats, which is just incredible.
Yeah, that was a great read. Working here, one might think that we kind of have our finger on the pulse of everything that's happening here, but there's just so much going on that we don't hear everything. And the blog, even for us, is a great opportunity to learn more about what we as an organization are doing. So I'd highly recommend checking it out. I thought it was fascinating.
There's even the mention of a love song mixtape For amphibians, I'm just going to leave that there as like a little incentive to go check out that blog. So well worth
Nice.
the read.
All right, Claire, back to you for our feature story.
All right, so we're introducing a whole bunch of new staff all of a sudden this week. We're also very excited to introduce Blake Clockey. Stephen had the opportunity to sit down and interview him to learn a little bit more about his expertise, about some of his plans and some of his future plans, and to share with all of you so you could all learn a little bit more about our brand new curator.
Before I started working here at DZS, I have been interested in amphibians my whole life and really have quite a bit of experience caring for them. I've been involved with multiple research projects, including reintroductions of critically endangered species in Central America, and I've also been involved in some disease and trade policy in amphibians. So there's a lot of work to do to help keep amphibians around. More than 40% of them are threatened by extinction. Detroit Zoological Society has been a leader in amphibian conservation for a long time, and we have the National Amphibian Conservation Center, which hosts a great diversity of species. We have more than 65 species here, and we're involved in several conservation priority species, including Panamanian golden frogs, dusky gopher frogs, Puerto Rican crested toads, striped newts, and other species of great conservation concern. The week I've been here has been really exciting, and it's actually been a lot of learning for me on the job, but my favorite part has been meeting all the fantastic zookeepers I work with and understanding their passion for the animals and which species they work with and how they work with them, kind of their day-to-day, how they go about caring for these animals in captivity, and how they contribute to the conservation of these species. I'm really looking forward to working with some of our high priority conservation species. So I've done a lot of work in Panama, and we have a great population of Panamanian golden frogs here at the zoo, and this species is currently extinct in the wild. And DZS has been sending keepers down and education people to work in Panama for quite a bit of time now. So we're all kind of eager to start up that field work and continue our projects in Peru with education and outreach down there. So at home here in Detroit, we're doing quite a bit of work, but we also do a lot of work abroad and nationally and locally. So we're all looking forward to starting that field work back up and keep those conservation projects ongoing. One thing I'd like people to know about me is I've always been interested in amphibians, but as a kid going to the zoo, I was really kind of inspired there and wanted to learn more about how to care for amphibians in captivity and their conservation. So I think anybody can become a conservationist and help do their part to make this planet a better place. And we all need to be those helping out and doing our part.
Well, Blake, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and share a little bit about yourself and what you're most excited about. It was really great to have a chance to talk a little bit and to get to know you a bit better. And we're looking forward to working with you moving forward into the future. All right, let's go ahead and check out our virtual education program preview. Starting off Monday, as always, this is DZS News, episode 37.
Are we already 37 weeks into the year?
We are, yeah.
We're just spiraling through 2021 here.
Yeah, it's getting real close.
On Tuesday morning, Saving Wildlife, we're going to be featuring the Eastern Indigo Snake.
Next up on Wednesday, we're going to do a bit of a preview for Red Panda Day, or International Red Panda Day, which is on September 18th. And we are going to do a virtual habitat chat at the Holtzman Wildlife Foundation Red Panda Forest.
On Thursday, for Animal Welfare Tales, we'll be doing sharing out about a giraffe welfare study that we did previously, so you can learn a little bit more about what's going on with the giraffes.
And then finally on Friday, our special series, Secret Zoo, will continue. Last time we talked about some secret green spaces you can find at the Detroit Zoo. Now we're going to be talking about some secret artwork that you can find at the Detroit Zoo.
As a reminder, we have the Belle Isle Nature Center virtual backyard and the Detroit Zoo's virtual vitamin Z. Both are available on their respective websites, belleislenaturecenter.org and detroitzoo.org. So if you can't make it out to the Belle Isle Nature Center or Detroit Zoo, you can still get your virtual vitamin Z and your nature connections there virtually. Make sure you check those out and use those resources, maybe in your classroom, maybe in some programs, maybe at home with your kids, whatever works for you.
All right, that's all we have for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, stay healthy, Detroit.